So I think I mentioned recently that Raylan is completely approved for her eye gaze device, and it's just a matter of time now until she actually gets it, as long as everything actually goes through. There's always that caveat, right? But until we get that, I thought it'd be fun to try an app that's actually free on Android and see how she does with it. It's supposed to like help her to talk using her eyes, but I'm a little skeptical whether she'll be able to use it very effectively. So we're going to try that and see how it works. Okay, so this is an app called Look to Speak. And the premise is that she can look from left or right off of the screen, picking words as she wants to say them. But the problem with that for her is that usually with an eye gaze, you look at the thing that you want to say, not off the screen in the direction of the thing that you want to say. But we're going to try this and see. Now, I do think it's an interesting premise, and I think it can work very well for some people, but it's also text-based, which she doesn't know how to read. So that could also be a problem. Now, I'm going to try to set it up with some emojis, because then it is graphic-based. And if I can figure out how to do that, maybe at least she can say she's happy or sad. We're going to try that real quick. So this is as simple as I can get it set up. The problem is that it's really small on the screen. I wish I could make the pictures a lot bigger. And I also wish that I could make it landscape mode so that it would take up the whole screen and she would just see those two things on the screen. Then it might actually be usable at that point. But as it is, I'm not sure that this is going to be something that Raylan could use at all. But we're going to try it anyway and see what happens. All right. Raylan, you want to try this?
I'm sad you.
Oh, she did pick I'm sad. Although she's smiling right now. She looked off the screen. You want to try picking I'm happy, Raylan?
Oh, it's funny.
See, she's looking at the screen, not off the screen. She does think it's funny, so she's looking at the screen. Yeah, my son said from the other room she thinks it's funny. I think she does. She's looking at it. See, and that's the thing. She definitely knows how to pay attention to a screen, and she knows how to look at things that she wants on a screen, which is why I'm so sure that she can use an eye gaze really effectively. I think that this thing from Google is a great idea, and I think it could definitely be useful for a lot of people. And it's a free app in the App Store. I think it's a great idea. Unfortunately, I just don't think it's useful for Raylan because she wants to look at the thing that she wants on the screen, not off the screen in the direction of the thing, if that makes sense. So we've tried different devices. We've tried Tobii Eye Gaze, we've tried the WinSlate, we've tried the Smart Box, and each of these things has their own benefits and weaknesses. And we finally, after a while, picked the WinSlate, and everything's approved. It's just a matter of time until she gets it. But I think when she gets it, it'll certainly be a learning process again. She'll have to relearn some of the things that she's already done before. But I think it's definitely going to be something that is useful to her. She'll be able to enjoy using it. And even just now using that app, you could tell that she was enjoying trying to learn it. I think it'll be so much more once she gets her own WinSlate. We did decide against the Tobii just because while the Tobii is a more, in some ways, sophisticated device than the WinSlate, it just wasn't easy for her to set up with her eyes over and over again. The WinSlate very easily had this really awesome way that you can align her eyes with it very, very easily. Even while she's using it, it'll show you where her eyes are, what her eyes are looking at. And for us, that was much more important than the device itself being sophisticated. But for her, being able to use it quickly and easily, even when she gets misaligned a little bit, that's probably the most important thing. All that being said, we are really, really looking forward to her getting it soon. It is approved. It's just a matter of time. It's hard to be patient, but patience is a virtue, and we're looking forward to it. So, hey, let me know. Do any of you have eye gaze devices? And do you have a Tobii? Do you have a WinSlate? What do you have? I'd love to hear your experience with it too. Merry Christmas. We'll see you again tomorrow.